Hi, I'm Mirza Season. I'm a speaker, host, podcaster, writer, editor, and former model. And today on Talk Thursdays, we're going to talk about how to lose the weight of societal expectations. You know, those unrealistic requirements and standards that can weigh heavily on our well-being and cause stress. Not just expectations about how a woman should look or weigh or dress or act, but even how she should live her life based on what everyone else considers normal. What age she should marry, what kind of man she should marry, how many kids she should have and when, what kind of job she should have, how much or how little she should work. The list is endless. 24 years after I started editing Cosmo, then Marie Claire, then Female Network, among others, I'm surprised that after decades of creating empowering content for young women and now speaking to younger generations through my own content, I'm told that there are people who are relieved to know that there's someone like myself who has lived life on my own terms. First, I disobeyed my parents at age 21 and quit my job as a computer programmer to become a model. They hated it, but I loved every minute of it. They bugged me to snap out of my madness, but I wouldn't. And I ended up living an exciting life that took me all over the world. I was an editor for the next 25 years, deciding to excel in the field of my own choosing. Next, despite pressure from family, friends, and strangers, I did not get married until I was 42. Not until I met the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. I used to say that my husband, Andre, was worth the wait. But I think I should correct that because I wasn't even waiting. In fact, I had decided in my 20s that I did not need marriage to make me happy. And although I was in very long-term relationships, I learned that it's not how long you've been with a person, but how happy you are in the present. So even if I struggled, I eventually learned to walk away from relationships and situations that did not bring me joy. You know, I changed my mind about marriage when I met my husband, so you could say that he ruined my plans. Next, I decided even before my 20s that motherhood was not for me and that I did not need children to be fulfilled. I helped raise my siblings and I love children, but I knew early on that kids were an option but not a requirement. For me, life is full of so many other kinds of experiences and adventures besides motherhood. So I felt no pressure at all from the ticking of my biological clock, even if so many people kept nagging me about it in my 30s and 40s. So over a year ago, after 25 years of a successful and fulfilling career in publishing, I decided to retire in order to pursue the other passions and dreams that I had put on hold, such as writing fiction, hosting, and speaking. It never crossed my mind that I would be too old to pursue a fourth, fifth, or even sixth new career and start from the bottom and learn new things as I go along. So from a global perspective, I don't even consider my life to be so unconventional, which is why I'm surprised that young women are surprised that they have options. So my 4-tip advice follows the acronym LIVE. L is for let go of norms and conventions considered socially acceptable, but do not conform with your own desires and wishes. Ditch those life timetables that decree at what age one should achieve certain life milestones, or that social constructs such as marriage and motherhood are necessarily milestones for everyone because maybe they are for some, but not for everyone. You know, people's comments never really affected me, and I would just honestly laugh them off. Comments are just words coming out of people's mouths, so I was never offended because I knew they probably meant well, but they were just uninformed. I had a broad worldview because I was exposed to so much reading material and pop culture that introduced me to alternative lifestyles outside of my own existence and culture. Even before the internet, I was aware about all kinds of people around the world living life differently. So my tip for you is to expand your horizons and know that there isn't just one way to live. I is for independence. She who has the goal rules. So no one can tell you how to live your life if you are in charge of it completely, especially financially. I moved out of my parents' house and was self-sufficient at age 20. So no one could tell me what to do anymore. V is for validation, and it should only come from yourself. Do not seek it from others. Develop indestructible self-belief. Determine your life purpose and make a conscious decision to have a great life, and you will lose the need for the approval of others. E is for expectations, and the only ones you need to fulfill are your own. Compete against yourself and your own personal obstacles, and do not compare yourself with others. So really live and don't just exist to please others. Do as you please and know that you don't need to answer to anyone but yourself. Remember, it's your life and not anyone else's. Fight for the kind of life you want to live, and I guarantee that you will live a happy and fulfilled life. Happy living!